You're in the Dezign studio with the Design Diva, Karen Booker.
Like a drum, drum, drum. Feel it in my soul. Leave me wanting more. You make me wanna run, run, run. Heart be racing like a drum, drum, drum. Don't know where we'll go. Don't know where we'll go. Yeah. You don't need to run away. You stay right next to me. Stay right next to me. If you wanna go, we go. If you wanna go, we go. But if you wanna go, we go. Just stay right next to me. We could go anywhere. Anywhere you choose. Take you on a cruise. Girl, you are so beautiful. Love to see you smiling. The love we have is never ending. Tell me how you're feeling. You make me wanna run, run, run. Heart be racing like a drum, drum, drum. Feel it in my soul. Leave me wanting more. You make me wanna run, run, run. Heart be racing like a drum, drum, drum. Don't know where we'll go. Don't know where we'll go. Yeah.
So, it is another Saturday, and I am here for everybody who's looking for me. I am here. Calm down, calm down. Your girl's here. SH, I see you over there. Kelly, I see you. David Nabar, I see you over there. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everybody who's listening to us on 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9 nationwide. 90 FM, the best revolution station on the planet. And everybody over there on the YouTube. Yes, on that platform over there. Yes, everybody over there. Thank you so very much for sticking and staying. And thank you so very much for joining us each and every week. I see you. I appreciate you. And you are definitely the true definition of a ride or die. So, welcome to the Design Studio. And you know who it is, right? Your girl, Karen Booker, on your dial. And I'm just going to say to you, it is a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And I am so happy to be here. Yes. Let me just tell you something. I was telling the guys in the control room. I saw like a puppy outside. And I was like, I need this puppy in my life. Because, as you know, I have my Charlie, right? And Charlie has never copulated, you know. And he is using everybody's leg. So I'm like, you know what? I need a companion for Charlie. And this little dog right here. So the guys in the control room are saying, no, that's grooming. So what do you think? Is that grooming? Am I grooming the little puppy? No, but may I tell you, no, Charlie, it needs to take in hand. It needs some attention. You understand what I'm saying? Because Charlie just hump everybody and everything. All the towel. You understand what I'm saying? So when I see now this little puppy here is a female, by the way, I'm like, my prayers have been answered. God is good. So tell me, chime in. Do I take, because I heard, by the way, that somebody just dropped off the puppy in the street. Drive up, take the puppy out of the car, and drive off and leave the puppy. So I am thinking now that I am the savior. I am thinking now that the Lord has provided the answer in the form of this little puppy. So if you think I should take the puppy, let me know. And then we need a name. So remember, you know, my Charlie named Charlie. Him named Charlie Rose because, you know, my name is actually Karen Rose and I am married. So we need a name now for the little puppy who is going to be a girl. Who is a girl, just in case when I come out of the studio, the puppy is still there. All right, cool. So you know where you are, right? You're in the Design Studio. And this is where your home becomes a canvas and style knows no limits. We're not having a boundary over here now, and we're not in a box. As a matter of fact, you know, when they say think outside the box, there is no box, you know? So each and every Saturday, I will help you to transform ordinary spaces into extraordinary places with bold colors, of course, because we're unignorable. Yes, and we're bold and we live out loud. Creative DIYs, of course. Yes, chic decor and the latest interior fashion trends. From cozy corners to statement rooms, every episode brings inspiration, tips, and a touch of magic. So you can make your space truly your own. So your home, your style, your story, let's design it together. And we're not just designing your home, we're designing lives. Let me just tell you something. Gone are the days when we act a certain way and we don't know why we act. There is language now that tells you that, listen, this is the reason why you're acting that way. You are trauma bonded. Your nervous system has been wired in a certain way that when people act in a particular fashion, it gets into a fear, and then you either get into fight or flight mode and you act in a particular way. Did you know all these things? These things such as secure attachment style, dismissive avoidant, and all of these things, and anxious avoidant. Lord have mercy, Jesus. We are going to talk up the things when it comes to trauma and how it activates and triggers our nervous system. Fascinating stuff. And our special guest, you know how it is. Every week, about 2:30, 2:15 or so, we have a powerhouse in the space. So yes, I want you to stay tuned for that particular conversation because all of us have some kind of trauma in our lives. All right, so here's the thing now. Coming up in the show this week, we have a DIY, our design labs, right? And the design lab, of course, is sponsored by none other than BH Paints. So we are going to talk about pallet furniture. Pallet furniture is what we're going to be doing, and how to DIY plywood for creative home use. What would Karen do now? We have our very special question, and that's coming up. You need now, to communicate with me, and the number is 876-280-6629. Home tour brings us down to Kingston Logistics Center, where we're going to tour a solution in the way of a container home. Yeah, there are many of them coming out now, some of them good, some of them not so good. But these are the things that I need you to look out for, right? In cleaning and organizing, scented and the natural cleaning blends for your home. Yes. And then, it's Chantal Monroe. She's coming up and she is going to be talking up the things, and she is a certified trauma informed coach. So all that I just said to you a while ago, it's like I had a conversation with her last Sunday. And all the things that I just said to you had been on my mind, because you want to live yourself, you want to live in a more informed way, you want to be a little bit more self-aware, you want to be a little more purposeful and all of these things. And we just spilled over into this conversation. So I'm like, you know what? You need to come on the design studio and at least start the conversation so that we can, be really informed as to why we act. You ever see something like, you say, why did I react like that? Yeah, girl. Yeah. Friend, it is because you have some serious trauma wounds or gone. Trauma bonding, that is another thing. That is when you feel, say, you're in love with this man, but you're not really in love with him, It's trauma bonding. And you know what trauma bonding is? That is when your partner, woman or man, abuses you emotionally or mentally and so on. And then they back up the abuse now after that with a whole heap of niceness. And so you are always chasing that niceness. And you're always chasing. It's like the first high. You're always chasing. Maybe I'm going to turn nice again. And so on. So you stay. You understand what? Whole heap of things we're going to talk about today, man. But we're going to take a little break. Then we're going to come back and we're going to talk up the things in Design Lab. Yes, so stick and stay. And we'll be right back. I'll see you on the other side of the break.
It's time for a new look.
And high time to get serious about protecting our home and investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in quality paint finishes. Their products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paint's 100% acrylic Ultima Plus paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies, independently tested by experts. What are you waiting for? Visit a BH Paints Color Center today.
Upgrade your home or business with Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Explore our range of termite-resistant plywood, quartz, solid surface, and granite. Experience timeless elegance with our cedar doors, crafted from premium cedar stock, kiln-dried for durability and beauty. For quality and craftsmanship, visit us at the Trade Center Kingston 10 or Hatfield Mandeville. Call 876-963-062-8030. Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Transform your space today.
Outperform, outlast. With top performance. Jackhammer. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy select tools, free parts and free repairs. Free parts, free repairs. With 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-6111-4. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Educators, it's your summer your way. Let's go! Upgrade your ride with the sweet summer sale from the JTA. Cooperative Credit Union.
Educators, take the driver's seat with the sweet summer sale from the JTA Credit Union. Ride in style with a new car or take that well-deserved vacation with a personal loan. Low interest rates, flexible terms, and fast approval. It's your summer your way. For more info, call 876-618-1706.
The sweet summer sale from the JTA. Cooperative Credit
Serving
Union.
our members, impacting lives positively.
Listen to Nationwide 90 FM on 90.1
90.3
90.7
90.9
or visit our Flow channel on a 916. To our valued listeners, for questions, comments, or concerns about our programs, email us at programs@nationwidenewsnetwork.com.
Design Lab Home Decor Tips and Design Trends is brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
You want a replica? No. Smoothie, no regular. No. Pretty for real, I'm pretty from a cellular. No. You don't say you had. No.
They never had a pretty girl from Joburg to me now, and that's what they prefer. I don't touch no wheel cause I got a chauffeur. First class, how I get around the world. Just miss me with the drama, unless you come in with the commas. Or DJ turn the sound up, cause we bout to pour the rounds up. From Jersey to Ibiza, they say it doesn't get sweeter. Feel my body banging like speaker. Ooh, sweating on my concealer. Skin tight, no millimeter. And my face can't make him feel weaker. But you know that my body is a healer. Ooh, I love to make it jump, 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 jump. Ooh, you know I love to make it jump, jump, jump. Jump, 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 jump. Top, top. You know I love to make it jump, 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 jump. You know I love to make it jump, 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 top, top.
So if you guys are vested in my dog story, the dog is still here. She's outside. She's been spotted. She's outside. We've gotten a box, but we can't bring her inside of the studio. Lord have mercy. Uncle Clifford, I have my head. So I want you guys to pray. Prayer helps. You understand what I'm saying? That she will stick around until I am done, and then I can take her to safer pastures. So stick around. We're gonna give you updates and so on. By the way, David don't want to have nothing to do with the dog. David knows him could have got, they got just pet the dog a little bit. David, no. But Rose and my other friend, yeah, them go there and them see the dog and them say, yes, the dog is still there. So, guys, hang in there. We'll give you further updates on the little dog. And by the way, I need a name, all right? Remember, it has to go with Charlie, all right? So Charlie and Charlena, no. Charlene no sound right. No, Charlie no sound right at all. We need Charlie. Oh, you know what? We don't need nothing with Charlie in it. We need another name which contrasts, but go with it. You understand? And remember, says Design Diva of the dog, so it have to have a zing. It have to have a ting. You understand? But anyway, we're now in Design Labs, guys. So this is where creativity meets preparedness. Yes, and in them time, yes, we need to be prepared. So have you ever created really quick pieces for your outdoor spaces, because you know how we do. We decorate on a dime. Friend come over and it's like, okay, let me just put this and this together and so on. And if you have any pieces of plywood or things laying around, let me tell you something right now. You can reuse. You certainly can. So, no need to worry. I got you covered. I got you covered, especially in these times where we have to turn we hand make fashion or fashion. You know what I mean? We got you covered. So, when it comes to DIY waterproofing plywood, the possibilities are endless. But so we're not talking about fancy plywood with the finished thing, We're talking about the red edge one. Them, yes, man, them there is the one that we use because those are nice and pure, and them thick enough that them you can use them to do all kinds of things. So this is one of the easiest and most useful pieces that you can build, and waterproof plywood makes it perfect for balconies, patios, bathrooms, or kitchens where moisture is an issue. And we live in Jamaica. Moisture is a thing. All right. Rain is an event. Alrighty. So why this project works really, really well. It only uses straight cuts. Okay, so you don't have to go around and go buying a jigsaw. You don't have to buy a whole pot, whatnot. All we need for you to do is to get a bandsaw, straight saw, whatever, and then just a handsaw and cut the thing straight, right? No complex joinery. No. It works well with scrap plywood or, a single small board, okay? Waterproofing makes it suitable for plants, drinks, towels, or decor. You can design it modern, rustic, or colorful. Remember, we're putting it outside, so therefore you can put plants on it. When you're entertaining, you can put your drinks on it. We have to waterproof it. That way it stays sturdy and it doesn't start to do all kinds of crazy things, right? So I'm going to tell you what you're going to need now. You are going to need waterproof plywood, DIY or treated, and you can buy it like that in the store. Wood glue, screws and a drill, sandpaper, and, optional if you want to do outdoor varnish or polyurethane, paint, and wood filler. All right. Simple things. If you are DIY enthusiast like I am, you always have something around the house that you've used and you have something leave and whatever the case is. So this is what we're doing. This is where we're going. All right, cool. Now, for the top piece, the top surface is a 14 by 14, and it's square, 14 by 14, or you can do 14 by 12, 12 by 12, whatever. And it's 14 inches, by the way, and 12 inches, by the way. So you cut out the top piece, right, to your suit. And the leg pieces now, you're going to use 3 panels each, 16 to 18 inches tall. Get that? You're going to build a C-shaped or a T-shaped support, right? So you're going to cut your pieces, cut 4 plywood pieces. A tabletop, as I said, 14 inches by 14 inches. The 2 legs, 16 to 18 inches tall. And the center brace now is the same width as the tabletop. So the center brace would be the width, which is 14 inches, 14 by 14. So you get it. It's like a T. All right? Self-explanatory. It's not rocket science. You can do this, right? So you're going to build a base, all right? You're going to join the 2 legs with the center brace to form an H. You see that? An H. And then you're going to use the glue and the screws. You know what is the best glue to use? Oh, my goodness. Drywall screw. What? Drywall screws? And I have that in my arsenal. In my toolkit, I always have drywall screws. I always have wire. And, of course, you have to have your screw gun. Yeah. Okay. So you're going to glue it and then you're going to put the screws in. Secure that. You're good. All right. Then you're going to attach the top. You're going to center the tabletop on the base and secure it with glue and the screws from underneath. Yeah, because, finishing we're saying, we're not saying, it's some little thing where you just patch up and catch up on with them something. No, then we're not doing that. And then now you're going to finish and seal. So you're going to sand the edges. Then you're going to paint or stain if desired. Then apply a clear waterproof sealer for the durability. Now, the waterproof sealer is what is going to do the trick, and that's it. 4 easy steps. It's just that simple. And let me just tell you something. With all that is going on right now in terms of on the west side of the island and all of this, there's certain items that I am sure, because we're resilient people, we are resilient. And guess what now? Jamaica still a keep. You know, so we're going to keep going. We're going to find things to do. We're going to use some of the furniture that is trash to some people, but is gold to other people. You know, so we're going to be reusing and we're going to be repurposing a lot of the furniture that people say, you know, them damage and Melissa take it away and whatever the case is. No. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Yeah. So we're gonna come right back. Stick and stay with us. We're gonna pay some bills, and I'll see you on the other side of the break when we come back. Of course, it's What Would Karen Do? Of course it is.
Wanna give, I serve it like a dealer. I'm baking Joe Bird, it couldn't feel no realer. Help every picture up Polaroid. She trophy, you know what? If sweet feeling like a sirloin. Tell the chauffeur take your shit Chanel style. Have a play with you, be a wild one.
Design Lab home decor tips and design trends was brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
Every road, every ride, Bert's Auto Parts and KYB have you covered. From October 24, 2025 to January 30, 2026, get 15% off when you purchase 2 or more KYB shocks at any Bert's location. Plus, enjoy 10% off installation at Bert's Service Center. And for a limited time, you also get a gift with every KYB shocks purchase. So whether it's pothole, corners, or smooth highways, ride in comfort and confidence with KYB shocks from Bert's Auto Parts. Conditions apply. It hurts if you don't check Bert's.
It's time for a new look.
And high time to get serious about protecting our home and investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in quality paint finishes. Their products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paint's 100% acrylic Ultima Plus paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies, independently tested by experts. What are you waiting for? Visit a BH Paints Color Center today.
Run for rights, give for relief. Join Jamaicans for Justice at the Run for Rights 5K Run Walk, November 30, 6 a.m. sharp at the Police Officers Club, Kingston. Choose your cause: human rights, child rights, climate justice, or ending gender-based violence. Only $2,500 to enter. Medals, trophies, and more. Register now at my.raceresult.com/355144. Part proceeds in aid of hurricane relief. You can bring your essential items on race day. Every donation counts. Call 876-239-7583 for details.
What Would Karen Do is brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
Pull up another party, yeah. I ain't not watching nobody, yeah. Pull up another Rari, yeah. Bare feelings that I carry. Pull up another Audi, yeah. I ain't not watching nobody, yeah. Pull up another Cardi, yeah. I ain't not watching nobody but you. Pull up another Lada. Put me off the Benz and the Prada. And a couple brand new order. All of them fully don't matter. 0 to 102. Yeah, so I'ma flex on you. All in on my section view, I set on you. Then me get a text come true, so I'ma show you what my legs can do. Pull up another party, yeah. I ain't not watching nobody, yeah. Pull up another Rari, yeah. Bare feelings that I carry. Pull up another Audi, yeah. I ain't not watching nobody, yeah.
You're in the Design Studio with the Design Diva, Karen Booker.
I don't play.
So if you're vested, if you're here and you've been hearing about the puppy story, right? Puppy is still downstairs, but I have I have a suggestion for the name Reximus. But SH, Reximus cannot be for a girl. That not sound right. And then Andre Brown said Charlie Black. But remember, my dog is Charlie already, and his last name is definitely not Black. So we need another suggestion, just in case puppy is still downstairs in the box where he's been placed at 3 o'clock when I get off. I believe that little puppy will be coming home with me, but we need a name. So guys, we need a name for the little puppy. All right, cool. So now, remember, we have Chantal Moore, who is coming in at about 2:30 about so, you know what I'm saying? And we are going to be talking about trauma wounds and healing trauma, especially when we don't even know that we have trauma to heal. You understand? It is a fascinating. Oh my goodness, there is the puppy. If you are, there she is. There she is. Oh, you see my guys over here. I love them, you see. Let me tell you, I love them. Not David, not you, because David said no, a dog. But he did put her up. We need a name. Oh my gosh, keep her up there. You see, so everybody on YouTube can see the little bougie, my little boo-doo, this little baby girl. Oh my gosh, she is so precious and so cute. We love her. Look at her. Oh my goodness. Everybody listening on 90.3, 90.5. 90.7 and 90.9, you're missing out on a little bit of cuteness, in all this, because Jamaica's gotten a little heavy. So a little bit of cuteness for your day. All right, cool. So now we're in What Would Karen Do? Yes. And this is where you, our amazing listeners and viewers, throw, little design dilemmas at me, and I will give you the stylish truth. So just a reminder, send all of your design questions, of course, to 876-280-6629. So the question of the week is, Karen, what's the quickest design change that makes a home instantly expensive looking? Without, of course, blowing the budget. Why I can get a question one day where, Karen, budget is not a problem. And here is what is my design dilemma is. Oh, you mean, can you imagine? I would, what? Where are those people? I want you to be my friends. Okay, so here's the thing. Karen, what's the quickest design change that makes a home instantly look expensive without blowing the budget? What would it be? Is it lighting? Is it decluttering? Is it a strategic pop of color? Right? Let's talk about lighting there. Let's just talk about the lighting a little bit. Yes, it's not a pop of color. Although you should have color, but color, in terms of a pop of color, not on the walls. You understand? You're going to use beautiful neutral tones on the walls because expensive looking is not loud. Let me just tell you something. I might be stepping on some toes, and whatever the case is, you can buy very, very, very expensive clothes, but you won't look luxury. So if you're going for a luxury feel, it is deep muted saturated colors or muted neutral colors. Right? Okay, so let's talk about that lighting for a second, okay? Lighting, my darling, you're gonna swap out those basic builder bulbs. If I ever see one more naked bulb, right, and flat fixtures for warm lamps. You know what is also I can't stand? What we call the nipple light. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Do you know, it's a shade, it's a light shade, but it comes down in the center like a nipple. We don't use those anymore. Yeah. Layered lights are a statement pendant. That is where you're talking about. You see, sometimes, let me tell you, lighting is like jewelry, right? And when you do it right, you get into luxury. Good lighting hides a multitude of sins and instantly gives the home that high-end glow, even if nothing else changes. So, short answer, address your lighting. You know what I mean? Address your lighting. And also, decluttering does not give your home an expensive look. Decluttering is something that you should be doing every single day. If you live in a mess, you are a mess. You understand? All right. So you're going to start with the bulbs, and that's your quickest win. Your small wins is what we're talking about, right? Small wins. Okay, you're going to swap out the harsh, cool white bulbs for soft, warm, LEDs. Why? It looks great on your complexion. That is one. And two, the ambiance that it gives, it's second to none. So warm lighting, cozy, elegant, expensive. Yes. Cool lighting, bathroom, office, hospitals, interrogation room, them kind of vibes. You don't want them kind of vibe in the house. No. Then you're going to add the layering now. Layered lighting. Remember, we always talked about you have 3 layers of lighting. You have the overhead lighting, which is your ambient, your general lights. Then you have the mid-level lighting, which is like your lamps. And then now you have the sconces, which is your decorative lighting. Right? You also have your task and your functional lighting. But we're not talking about those now. What we're talking about is the different layers. So you're going to set the mood. Think about your dating. Think about, the man of your dreams is coming over, the woman of your dreams. And you turn off the ambient lighting and you turn off the soft glow. You turn on now the lamps and it gives a great glow. Or you turn off the lamps and you turn on the sconces on the wall. Do you see where I am going here? Do you? Do you now? All right, cool. So your table lamps, your floor lighting, and your wall sconces. You understand what I'm saying? That's where I'm going. You know what this creates? It creates depth. It creates softness and those beautiful pockets of light. Yes, man, it's like a wash. Beautiful. Then now you're going to replace the basic fixtures. Let me tell you, we don't do basic around here. We just don't. And we're not extra. We just don't do basic. It doesn't work, right? If your overhead lights looks like a builder-grade spaceship, retire it, please. Retire it. It's not of you. And definitely, it is not for somebody who listens and watches the Design Studio every Saturday. It's not a good indicative picture of me. You understand? That means I don't learn nothing and I have to learn. Okay, fine. So a chic pendant light, right? A modern chandelier or a sculptural LED fixture. Let me tell you something. There are some places in Kingston now, you don't always have to mail these things in or send for them or whatever. Them have some nice looking lamps, may I tell you. All right, important now, if wiring is involved, hire a certified electrician. It's safer, it's stress-free. We don't want a sidewalk electrician. We don't want anybody who trying a thing. And we definitely don't want anybody who's learned on YouTube. YouTube is good for certain things. Makeup tutorials, here, them's kind of something or whatever the case is. Yeah, but when it comes to invasive work, electrical, them kind of things there, leave it to the professionals. Okay, then you're going to use dimmers wherever possible. What? Can I just tell you what dimmers will do with your life? It will change your life. It will change your religion. Yes, nothing makes a home feel more expensive than dimmers. It is the fastest way to control the mood. Dimmers let you go from bright and functional to soft and romantic and warm and inviting. Yes. So, if you can't install a wall dimmer, use the smart bulbs with dimming through an app, right? Now remember, you want a place to look expensive, you want luxury, then the first thing and the fastest win is your lighting. Now, if you can't do all of this by yourself, you make sure that you get a certified electrician because wires is not something that you must play with. Understand me? All right, I'm going to check on my dog. That you see me already, adopt the dog and say it's my dog. Can you imagine what or something? I don't know when I carry that dog home what my husband would tell me, but hey, that's another story for another time. We'll be right back.
I know it's nobody but you. I don't play. You will never ever find another like me. Yeah, you should know you made my day, and I lost my horse when you came my way, but it changed my mood. Oh, you're so rude.
What Would Karen Do was brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
It's time for a new look.
And high time to get serious about protecting our home and investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in quality paint finishes. Their products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paint's 100% acrylic Ultima Plus paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies, independently tested by experts. What are you waiting for? Visit a BH Paints Color Center today.
Decorate like a designer with BH Paints. The time brought to you by BH Paints is 1:45 in this beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Educators, it's your summer, your way. Let's go! Upgrade your ride with the sweet summer sale from the JTA Cooperative Credit Union.
Educators, take the driver's seat with the sweet summer sale from the JTA Credit Union. Ride in style with a new car or take that well-deserved vacation with a personal loan. Low interest rates, flexible terms, and fast approval. It's your summer your way. For more info, call 876-618-1706.
The sweet summer sale from the JTA Cooperative Credit
Serving
Union.
our members, impacting lives positively.
It's time for a new look.
And high time to get serious about protecting our home and investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in quality paint finishes. Their products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paint's 100% acrylic Ultima Plus paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies, independently tested by experts. What are you waiting for? Visit a BH Paints Color Center today.
Listen to Nationwide 90 FM on 90.1.
90.3.
90.7.
90.9.
Or visit our Flow channel on a 916. To our valued listeners, for questions, comments, or concerns about our programs, email us at programs@nationwidenewsnetwork.com.
They hear plenty scores, yeah. Say they no believe us, yeah. When I got they bless us, when I got they bless us, them out the sharp like scissors. Say they try their best to they pressure me, but I live my life as a nobody. I live my life 'cause peace of mind is underrated, oh. That's why I'm patient, oh. 'Cause I know my time is now, when nobody want me, oh.
Interior design is brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
All right, guys, let me just tell you something. If you are not vested in this whole puppy drama, it is something. We are a buzz. Now, we have a whole bunch of names. So I am going to name them out really quickly. And if anyone resonates, we've already voted over here. But we're just looking for more, confirmation and approval and validation. You know how it goes because we're all trauma victims. All right, so here's the thing now. So, the Bassi says Rizzy, Rizin, and Rain. Okay? SH says Daisy. Right? Judith Brown says Crystal. Now, of course, Annie, darling, hi. Annie says dog names that go with Charlie. If you're looking, look at my little bee. Oh, Lord have mercy. I hope she's still outside. Look at her. Look, do you see her? She's a little bougie bougie. Anyway, all right. So, dog names that go with Charlie: Bella, Rosie, Molly, Ellie, Chloe, Ruby, Mia, Lexi, Gracie, Bonnie, Zoe, Lulu, and Suki. All right, we have already voted. I would love to know what you guys think. So now we are in our interior design segment of the show. Yes, we are, and she is still on the screen. Now look at the little baby. Anyway, okay. So interior design is not only about furniture and paint, It's about creating a space that feels like home, that sparks joy and tells your story. It's where color meets comfort, texture meets personality, and where every corner has a purpose. Great design transforms not just a room, but how you live in it. I believe that when you look around your space should tell a story. I also believe that every space should be a moment. You understand what I'm saying? So, and what we love to call these days are like Instagrammable moments. So I don't expect your whole space should be staged and whatever, but it should speak to your spirit and it should definitely speak to your soul, right? So last week on our show, one of our listeners added for us, we talk about making furniture with pallets and then adding them as part of our interior design. So of course, we don't ignore, we listen. We certainly do. And because of that, Damien Karen has come up with a definite whole heap of ideas as to what we can do with palettes. Okay, so Furniture Palette is all about helping listeners create a harmonious home by choosing furniture based on color, material, and texture combinations, like painting a palette, but with sofas, tables, and chairs. Now, I don't know if you're following my Instagram page, Karen Dezign Diva Booker, but I was at a hardware store last week and they had a whole bunch of palettes. And you know what they were going to do with those? Throw them away. Yeah. They had them on the truck, and this is how doors come in. Certain things they're called shipping pallets, and after they unload the items that were shipped with them, they just throw them away. And I'm like, listen, in times like these, you know what I'm saying, where we need stuff, we can't be throwing away these things. We need to put them to good use. So think of it as curating your furniture like an art piece. You know what I'm saying? And then also think of it as like boho chic vibes. You know what I mean? Like artisting or whatever. Yes, man. Here you go. So the base sofa now, the anchor piece, right? You are going to choose a neutral or a versatile color. Think gray, beige, cream, taupe, and soft brown. It is there for everybody who, if you're on the YouTube right now, Nationwide 90 FM Live 2, you will see a palette sectional. Yes. And also in front of the sectional, you know what there is? Yep. None other than a center table, babies. Yes. So here's the thing now. You are going to, and a palette, by the way, is 4x4. So if you group together maybe 2 or 3 of those, yes, and then so that's for the base, and then you put the top on. And it's just a matter of some arm, some little strength and some drywall screws, of course, and a screw gun. You got it made. Okay, so you're going to choose a neutral, versatile color. The material ideas, fabric would be, linen, cotton blends, something that is, and let me just tell you something. You can use drop cloth, and drop cloths are very inexpensive. They are, Your sofa is your anchor and everything else revolves around it. Right? So your accent chairs now, which are your secondary seating, you're going to pick 1 or 2 colors that complement or contrast your sofa, right? And then your materials can differ to add texture, like rattan, leather, velvet, and things, right? So here is what I need you to do, especially like for the coffee tables. All you have to do is just stack them. That's all you have to do. Remember, a palette is 4x4. I'm going to tell you how to do the center table. That's 4 feet, that's 48 inches by 48 inches. You can stack it, right? So you have 2 on there. And then what you can do, instead of stacking, you can use wheels. So you can go to a hardware store and just buy 4 wheels. Yes. And then, just attach them that way. It is movable. After that, remember what Damien said, you can waterproof it, right? So you can add a waterproof sealer to it. And that is it for that. You understand? When it comes now to your sofa, remember, you're going to stack the same thing. So if you're going to use 2 of them, so it's 2 on either side and then on top and bottom. And then now you're going to use another 2 at the back, and then you just screw them together. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. That is your sofa. You are now going to get, what you can do? You can get some pillows. You can line them up and make a pillow sack for it. And that is your cushion. I tell you, because we don't have money right now to be running out and buying. But if you do have the bang for the buck, that's fine. But for the rest of us out here who are looking to reuse, revitalize, and also just make a bang for our buck, then, hey, let me tell you something. Pallet furniture, especially if you are entertaining out a door, them look good and them worth it. You understand? So with that now, you can use, for the table lamps, the floor lamps, and wall decor should echo the accent colors or add metallic touches. You know what really goes well with it? Plants. You know why? Because the pallets, and I'm telling you, go to any hardware store and go beg them. Do not go there with enough self and say, how much should I charge for sell me some pallet? No. So what you do with them pallet here? You can't give me some like a hurricane, Yeah. And they will, even if I know some hardware stores sell some and they're really good looking. They're not like, some like emaciated things you see all over the place. No, you have some really good looking ones out there. But remember, if it is that you're going to waterproof it, if it is that you're going to, not have them stay in the au natural, then what I would suggest that you do is paint it. But when you paint it in a neutral color. You understand? And you certainly will not regret it. No, Annie Smith says boho chic. Judith Spouse says, we're back on the dog. Another one, Chrissy, you hear the guys in the control room? Chrissy. Okay, we have another one. All right. Right now, many people wouldn't mind having it at all to make a bed. If that's what SH says. Now, if it is that you want to make a bed, all you have to do is do 4 again. Remember, one pallet is 4x4. So if you do 4 of them, right, and do a 96-inch square, that is good enough to put a mattress on, right? And you got it going on. If you can't afford a mattress right now, you go to the foam company and you go get a piece of sponge, and sponge comes in different thicknesses and so on, and different feels. You understand? You can get it firm, you can get it medium. Yeah. Hey, let me just tell you, it's times like this until we can afford to go further, because hey, if we're losing things and so on, there's a lot of things that we have to be spending on right now. And until the money come in, what do? We just stand up there every day and say, oh, may I wait for money? No, you have to do little small incremental things to get you to the finish line. So until when that money come in now for you to spend, and you still have to do on a budget, may I tell you, if you make some pallet furniture, make the pallet furniture. There is one right now. You see the bed? SH, you must see the bed. It's on the YouTube right now. If you're listening in on 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9, may I beg you, please do. When you get to a space of comfort, of safety, what I want you to do is get back to the Dezign Studio. You are going to download the app. Of course, now you're going to subscribe, you're going to like, you're going to smash that notification button. You're going to watch this week, and then what's going to happen is now you build up our numbers. And listen, and I know too that a whole heap of you watching and nobody liking and nobody giving a comment. We want you to like up the show, please and thank you. We do. We absolutely do. Yes. So pallet furniture is the way forward if it is you have a definite need and you are in the gap. The gap means hurricane and come and take away your things, and until you get to the finish line where you get to replace everything, I would suggest that you get some pallets and you start to rebuild your life with some dignity. Now remember, I want you to stick around for our second hour, because may I tell you, Chantal Monroy is here and we're going to talk about the things about trauma. In the meantime, there is our little puppy series going on here. Let me see if she's still downstairs.
I know what you like. I feel it coming. Time is of the essence.
Interior design was brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
I need to give it up.
You're in the Dezign Studio with the Design Diva, Karen Booker.
My Mega Mart, best value by far.
With so much to do in one location, make Mega Mart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills. Fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy. All in one amazing location. My Mega Mart, the best value by far.
Run for rights, give for relief. Join Jamaicans for Justice at the Run for Rights 5K Run Walk, November 30, 6 a.m. sharp at the Police Officers Club, Kingston. Choose your cause: human rights, child rights, climate justice, or ending gender-based violence. Only $2,500 to enter. Medals, trophies, and more. Register now at my.raceresult.com/355144. Part proceeds in aid of hurricane relief. You can bring your essential items on race day. Every donation counts. Call 876-239-7583 for details.
It's time for a new look.
And high time to get serious about protecting our home and investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in quality paint finishes. Their products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paint's 100% acrylic Ultima Plus paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies, independently tested by experts. What are you waiting for? Visit a BH Paints Color Center today.
Everything loud and wicked every Saturday 3 to 5 p.m. with Outside with Pepita. Lone vibes, lone laughs, and lone entertainment. Come on the road with we. Cause when we say Outside with Pepita, we're there all over Jamaica. Anyway, check them out. We're there. We're in on the business. Stay tuned in for prizes, surprises, giveaways, guest artists, and enough more. But hold on there. We forget to big up my DJ. DJ Jerome the Shell Boss, I'm gonna make it bust to pew pew with the baddest, and latest tunes. So look out for Outside with Pepita. We might be coming to a town near you. You heard it here first. Outside with Pepita, Saturdays 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM. The new revolution in media. Jamaica, lock it in and don't miss a thing.
You feel that right?
You're in the Dezign studio with the Design Diva, Karen Booker.
One love. All I need is good energy. I don't need no negativity around me. High frequency. I'm talking high G-O-D. Yeah. Good energy. I don't need no negativity around me. High frequency. I'm talking high G-O-D.
Let me just tell you guys something. Good energy, high frequency, that is what you need around you. You know what gives good energy? And high value and high frequency conversations and all these, and not necessarily, but the feeling. Animals, doggies, little puppies. Yes, because their love is unconditional, if you understand what I'm saying. And also, let me just tell you something. You see in life, if you don't have some people who talk into you and to give you some really high value and high vibrational conversation, no bother with it. Let me just tell you something. High vibrational conversation is the Design studio. That is one. High vibrational conversation is wealth building. Talking about your self-awareness, your trajectory in life. You know what I'm saying? Things that will make you a better person. Low vibrational conversation is talking people business. Yeah, talking about labels. Talking about, who wore what, when, where, and how. Talking about rankers and people on social media who, it's just insidious. Yeah, so when you hear these kinds of conversations, sometimes uplift yourself. Be a high vibrational person, and so when you start to admit all of this, good and wonderful high energy and no kind of negativity in your life, you will see what comes back to come back to you. Try it for a week and come back to me and let me know what you feel and what you think and what's happening to you. Now, guess what? We're in cleaning and organizing. Yeah, of course. And we are going to give you tips that involve natural scented blends and tailored specifically to a Jamaican home. Yes, we're talking about Jamaican homes right now because we're in a little bit of stress. We're into a long-term stress, but because we are resilient people and we can wheel and come again and we can bob and weave, you know what I mean? And we can be under the most stress, but you're not going to see it on our face. Yeah. you just know that we're going through something, but we're not going to wear it on our sleeve, and everywhere we go, we're going to be complaining, right? So the ingredients that we're talking about now are common and affordable and easy to find locally. Things that you can pick up at the market. And I hope you guys are really making it very, very intentional to come to the market and support our local farmers. It is most important right now that we keep the economy going, that we keep our farmers going. We need helping out is not just doing a little do-gooder thing and packing 2 care package and give them right now. We need to start the sustainability. We need to support our farmers, and we also need to think about in 2 months' time, when all the care packages run out and all of the novelty of, oh, I got to go down and I have to give out, what's going to happen to the people who are still in it, right? So the thing is, you're going to need something like lime. We can find lime, don't it? Wola, we have lime tree in the yard, right? And lemongrass, what we call fever grass. Fever grass grow wild. Yes, if people use it to make tea. As an all-purpose cleaner. And then now, you're going to use it for kitchen counters, like the tiles, the fridges, the stove tops. Yeah, man. And then you're going to blend it. So 1 cup vinegar, 1 cup water, and the peels now. Yes, you know what the peels. From 2 to 3 Jamaican limes and a handful of fresh fever grass or 10 drops of lemongrass oil. Why Jamaican? You would ask, like, why are you so specific to Jamaica? One, because, why not? And 2, because lime is sharper and more fragrant than lemon. You will hear us say, oh, you got to use lemon and whatnot. You can't find lemon in Jamaica. And the lemon that they are talking about in the in all of the YouTube or the Instagram and social media is not our lemon, and our lemon does not have that taste that the lime has. It's almost like a navel orange kind of a deal. It's not the lemon, so we use lime because lime is what we have, and lime is very potent, and it's good, right? So the lime is sharper and more fragrant than the lemon, and the fever grass gives that clean, earthy Caribbean scent, and that's what we're after, right? Okay. Now, you can also use mint and ginger for a surface spray. Mint and ginger. Can you imagine? This is, I never knew about this one. I knew about the lime and the fever grass and so on and the vinegar and all that. But mint and ginger, this is new to me. This is a Damien. Okay. All right. So here's what you're going to use. You're going to use it for the living room, the bedroom, and the office, and or your desk. So you're going to blend 1 cup boiled and cooled water, right? So you're going to boil it first and then let it cool. All right. Then a 1/2 cup of rubbing alcohol or witch hazel. All right. Then a few crushed leaves of Jamaican mint and a slice or 2 of fresh ginger, and optional 5 drops of peppermint oil. Me not use this by my hand. I would use this. Damien, I couldn't use this after I wash dishes to kind of revitalize my hands. Of course. I would use it. Yes, man. But anyway, Damien said you can use it as something to clean as well. You understand? And why we're going to use it as a brand Jamaica product? Because mint grows in nearly every yard. True. And somebody always don't even know say mint we have. Right? And ginger as a spicy, refreshing note that feels very island home. This can make tea too, Damien. This must can make tea. You understand? Or a cool, refreshing drink. This nice. It's a whole heap of legs to this one. Mint and ginger. Yeah, David's gonna try it. David is gonna try it. How is he gonna try it as something for your hands or something to drink? The tea. Okay, David, make sure now. David, make sure, because our listeners, everybody over there in YouTube land, David is going to try it. Make sure that we hold him accountable. Make sure that next week Saturday, we're not only going to talk about the puppy, but we are also going to talk about David, who is going to try this tea. You're not going to get sick. Okay, David says if he gets sick, he's going to keep the energy. Okay, we're going to keep it high vibrational. Oh my goodness. All right. And then Annie Smith, that she says she would use it as a moisturizer. Yeah, man. I feel so there's lots more to this thing. Okay, here is this one now. Eucalyptus and bay leaf cleaner in the bathroom. I swear by eucalyptus. Before me even get into this, you know what you can do with eucalyptus? You can get the fresh eucalyptus, right? Hang it over the shower head. This is like a bunch. And every time the hot water steam rises, your bathroom will smell like you are in a spa. When I tell you about set the tone, that is it. But Damien says now that we can use it with bay leaves for a bathroom cleaner. We can use it for showers, the tiles, the bathroom sink. So you're gonna blend 1 cup water, 1 cup baking soda, a half a cup of white vinegar, and 6 to 8 drops eucalyptus oil. Yes. And then 2 crushed Jamaican bay leaves, and he says leaf of life works as well, right? Let me tell you, and why Jamaican, right? Because bay leaves are used in all or most of our local remedies, and it also gives a warm herbal scent that Jamaicans love. Bay leaf is what you use in porridge? Yeah, okay, all right. So you know the bay leaf that I'm talking about, right? Okay, how about this one now? Rosemary and lime floor wash. Rosemary and lime. Damien! And you're going to use this for the tiles in the veranda, wooden floors that are sealed, by the way. So you're going to blend 1 bucket of warm water, half a cup of vinegar, lime juice, and of course the peel. You're going to also do a handful of fresh rosemary, right? And the local gardeners usually grow it. You see rosemary? That is like a leaf of life situation. Do you know that rosemary water can bring down fever? True thing. You know, and why Jamaican? Of course, because let me tell you something. We have if we would go back to nature, if we would go back, you see, Melissa was a horrible, awful sketelina. And she come like she come for steal, kill, and destroy. But you know what? Out of the ashes rises a phoenix. So we are finding so many things that we can use now as we live off the land, you know, and just to heal ourselves, heal our narrative, and heal our nation. So that is why we are using all of our Jamaican things. So before I close this segment, I'm going to ask you again. Please, may I beg you, know, go down to Carnation Market, Papine Market, whatever market it is that you do your shopping, and support our farmers. When we come back, we are going to take a ride all the way over to the Kingston Logistics Center, where we will be looking at none other than a container home. A nice solution for what's going on now, right? All right, onward. Soon come back. Of course, the puppy.
Educators, it's just summer your way. Let's go! Upgrade your ride with the sweet summer sale from the JTA Cooperative Credit Union.
Educators, take the driver's seat with the sweet summer sale from the JTA Credit Union. Ride in style with a new car or take that well-deserved vacation with a personal loan. Low interest rates, flexible terms, and fast approval. It's your summer your way. For more info, call 876-618-1706.
The sweet summer sale from the JTA Cooperative Credit
Serving
Union.
our members, impacting lives positively.
It's time for a new look.
And high time to get serious about protecting our home and investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in quality paint finishes. Their products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paints 100% Acrylic Ultima Plus paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies, independently tested by experts. What are you waiting for? Visit a BH Paints Color Center today.
Everything loud and wicked every Saturday 3 to 5 p.m. with Outside with Pepita. Loan vibes, loan laughs, and loan entertainment. Come on the road with me. Cause when we say Outside with Pepita, we're there all over Jamaica. Anyway, check them out. We're there. We're in on the business. Stay tuned in for prizes, surprises, giveaways, guest artists, and enough more. But hold on there. Don't forget to big up my DJ. DJ Jerome, the shell boss, I'm gonna make it bust to pew pew with the maddest, baddest, and latest tune. So So look out for Outside with Pepita. We might be coming to a town near you. You heard it here first. Outside with Pepita, Saturdays 3 to 5 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM. The new revolution in media. Jamaica, lock it in and don't miss a thing.
Listen to Nationwide 90 FM on 90.1,
90.3,
90.7,
90.9.
or visit our flow channel on a 916. To our valued listeners, for questions, comments, or concerns about our programs, email us at programs@nationwidenewsnetwork.com.
Come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come with me. Let's go back in time.
This magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Come into the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Those oldies but goodies reminds me of you.
My Mega Mart. With so much to do in one location, make Mega Mart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs. Grab a bite and pay some bills. Fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy. All in one amazing location. My Mega Mart, the best value by far.
You're in the Design Studio with the Design Diva, Karen Booker. You're in the Design Studio with
Welcome to the Design Studio Home Tour. So, where are we? We are at the Wharf. We are at the Kingston Logistics Center, and this is Jamaica's very own tiny home living. The hottest ticket in Jamaica right now, and it is about container homes. Can you believe it? We're going to live in containers. I believe that it is a wonderful, wonderful solution for a starter home, for a young professional, for an Airbnb, and just anything that you want to do, you can do with it. As they were telling us before, they're like Legos. You start with 1, and then you can go to 2, and then you can go to 3. Affordably priced. So where I am standing now is the outside, of course, and this is just a little patio. There is a sense of arrival, and I'm telling you, just looking at it, you can't tell it's a container. So follow me inside. Let's just go take a look. So we've come inside from outside. Get that? We come in from outside. Anyway, so we're in, and directly as you come inside, there is a window on your left that gives you a lot of breeze. As you come in, you just feel cool. It's well ventilated. That's a selling point, right? We walk in, we're in the kitchen space with a dining area. This kitchen space by dining area here is 6 feet wide by 11 feet in width. So it's pretty ample, I'm telling you. You come in, you can sit, you can have dinner, you can have lunch, whatever. You can even make this at home office because there is space there. Coming into the kitchen itself, there is cabinetry, and there is space for a microwave. There is space for a refrigerator, of course, and then there's also space for a stove. There are 2 windows in the kitchen. Again, ventilation. There's lots and lots of people talking about, oh my God, a container, it's hot. But you know what they've done very expertly? Drywall. A lot of drywall in the space. And you know what drywall does? If it's nicely insulated, it cools you down. So with the drywall, there is recessed lights. So what they've done, again, very expertly and strategically, they have done a lot of recessed lights. So when you come in, of course, not only are you cool, but you are well lit. They have the fanciest of switches here. They're called Decora switches. So it's not the little ordinary something them that you're going to see when you are, you know, at your home or whatever. We're talking about some contemporary stuff. We're talking about some things that are really upmarket, you know, and next level stuff. It is small space living. This is Jamaica's tiny home. We have done it. We have done it well, you know, because you know how we can go on in a Jamaica, and I'm telling you, we just know we can see things and we can improve on them. So the next space I'm going to describe to you is the living area. So coming from the kitchen space into dining area is your living space. And your living space now is quite ample. It is a 6x6. You can fit a love seat. You can fit a console, you can fit a TV in here, right? I mean, this is, as I said, small space living. It's all about functionality. So, and you can function really, really well in this space, okay? Just make sure that your furniture, the furniture that you put in is what you call apartment sized. You're gonna make it cut smaller because you can't put house size furniture into this. It's going to be massive, it's not gonna look right, and it is going to, you're going to come in and say, oh my God, hello furniture, right? Okay, so the next space that I'm going to introduce you to is the bedroom. So we're now in the bedroom, and the bedroom space has been treated to, of course, white. Why? Because white makes the space look larger. I guess this would be a primary bedroom. This is where you have, it can fit a queen size bed, a dresser, 2 nightstands, right? Of course, with the white walls. There is a bulkhead here, and I am supposing that the bulkhead is in to hide wires, because they had to do extensive wiring in order for the place to be well lit, to be insulated. And I also see there is a solar batteries outside, which is absolutely fantastic. So of course it's got energy efficient, right? So this is our bedroom. Our bedroom is all of 11 by 9, and it is seriously ample. We're talking about a Portmore house, guys. We're talking about a quad. It is the best. I'm excited about it. I really, really am. And the next space I'm going to take you to is the living room. All right, so I'm coming out of the primary bedroom now, and I'm back in the living space. Now in the living space, we have the bright white walls again, and then we are treated to aquamarine. That is a flat paint. Why you want to do flat in these spaces is, one, it does not reflect the light a lot. It doesn't bounce the light around. And the next thing, if there's any imperfection on the wall, you're not going to see it. So that is your paint tip for today. So leading from the living room, we go down as a nice sized hallway, and then there is a bathroom. So this bathroom now will be shared between the 2 bedrooms. There is an ample sized bedroom up there, which is 11 by 9, and then there's a smaller kid sized bedroom, and there they will service this bathroom, or the bathroom will service the 2 rooms. Whatever it is, it's wonderful. In the bathroom now, there is a fixed glass shower. There is, of course, the toilet. And there is a beautiful, nice vanity, and everything is really, really modern. Tiles are from floor to ceiling in the shower surround, and of course 4 feet up from the floor to the wall height is 4 feet up. Small space living, guys. Small space living at its best. It is Jamaica's version of tiny homes. All right, so this is a king size bedroom. I'm sorry, the kid size. You know, it's pint sized, it's wonderful, it's full of light. Again, there is a closet in here, and there is space for a single sized bed. You could even put a full sized bed in this room as well. There are 2 windows for cross ventilation, and of course the recessed lights. It is, I'm telling you, it's a really, really great use of space. What you'd want to do here, what I see, what they've done is use the white walls, and then they played up the color in the accessories and the rug and the bedding. We're back to where we started. Anyway, this is the best of outdoor living as well. So we have a very nice patio space, and the expert thing that they have done here is to do the tempered glass on as the rails, so you can see through. The best thing that you can do when you do small space living is less visual weight. The less you see, the less you crowd your brain, the space becomes larger. This whole patio here is another living space. As you know, in Jamaica, we live outside because, yeah, the space them small. So I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to show you all types and ways of improving the space. Welcome, darlings. Welcome, 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 and welcome to the new and improved small space living in the way of a container home. Come on inside, and as you come in, what we have done is a welcome sign. You should always have a welcome sign. When you come home, you feel welcomed. Your house must rise up to greet you. There you go. And of course, you know what we've added? We've added some colorful drapes from the Dezign Diva Signature Collection, darling. No home is complete without it. Yes, this now, because it is brand Jamaica, because it is container homes, so we have come through the entire front entrance with aquamarines, with greens, with a little bit of gold, with teals. I mean, it's sell off. You hear me tell you? So we come into the space now, and remember before when I had described it, it was a table, a countertop table. That's seated 4. But what was happening is 2 of the stools were backed up against the wall, so you couldn't get access. So what we have done now is put 2 stools on the longer side of the rectangle, and then put 1 stool each on either end. So therefore, everybody can just come in. You don't have to interrupt the table. You can just sit and eat. You can use this space as a home office. It is wonderful. It's all about functionality. We've also set the table, because who doesn't love a set table? All right, so moving forward, darlings, here we go, the pièce de résistance in the kitchen. It's all about styling the kitchen counter with bamboo accessories. Yes, love. Here we have it. We have our bamboo paper towel holder. We have and 2 bamboo charcuterie boards, right? So what we've done, we've placed one flat on the board on the countertop, and then we've put one vertically against the backsplash. So on your charcuterie board that is on the countertop, we have put our succulent, a French press. What's a kitchen without a French press, darling? And if you don't know what it is, Google it. And then the next one has our kitchen utensils in a fabulous bamboo container. We have now taken it up a notch, and now the window has a valance. The valance, all it does, it covers the window frame, so it does not take away any light from the space. And because we are living in a small space, you know what that is. We must never, ever, ever make the space seem dark. Moving right along. Yes, yes, yes. Look at this. What we have done is introduced a plant in the space. Plants are organic. It gives life, and it just makes us feel so good. So moving on now into the living room space, and the design brief for this is for like a corporate woman with a small child. So you know, us corporate women, you know, we kind of have things hard. We have to work hard and whatnot. So we need to like encourage ourselves. So when my corporate lady, we're going to name her Shireen, is in this space, you know what she does? As she walks into her living space before she relaxes and watches her TV, it's all good. It's all good. So we just want her to know that whatever she's going through in life, it's all good. So whenever you are doing your design and you're decorating, it's all good. Your aquamarine wall, what we've done here is cross-pollinate the windows. The same window in your living room space is the same window is treated to the same window treatment in your dining space. So therefore, what you have created now is rhythm, because you have a repeating pattern. You get it? So it's all about the rhythm, the flow, the scale, and the proportion. And then, of course, if you're in the living space, most of us watch TVs in the living, right? So what I need you to do, in case you have committed this small design blunder by putting your TV way up too high and you cannot move it, put a piece of art or something functional to like fill up the space. But for usual, going forward, your TV needs to be right in front of you. Got that? All right, so we're gonna go into the bedroom space now, which is our primary. This is where our corporate lady lives, Miss Shireen. And of course, if you wanna make the space seem lighter, always do light pinks if you're gonna do for a lady, light pinks, light blues, light yellows, or gender neutral, and the light will bounce around. So we've made this room so soft, so pretty, so inviting, so feminine. Oh my God, I just wanna jump into this bed. Yes, yes, yes. So you can see the improvements. It's epic, it's soft, it's feminine. Oh, I love it. Okay, come on now. We're going to our secondary bedroom. Before, remember, the bed was up against the wall. Here is what you do. You have to measure the room, measure the bed. You get the appropriately sized bed for the space. So when you walk into the space, what you should be seeing is the headboard, right? And then beside the bed, you have ample space for a nightstand and a lamp and all of that. So once you walk into the room, you get it. You get the visual of the rug. You get the beautiful bed. Of course, you get the window treatment, Dezign Diva Signature Collection. Yes, yes, yes. And then, you know, it just comes together and comes alive. So this concludes the Design Studio home tour.
Are we going?
You don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. Yeah, yeah. You don't need no other body. Girl, I want you there. Girl, I want you there. Promise to treat you love.
It's time for a new look.
And high time to get serious about protecting our home and investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in quality paint finishes. Their products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paints 100% Acrylic Ultima Plus paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies, independently tested by experts. What are you waiting for? Visit a BH Paints Color Center today. This is a public service announcement from JPS. JPS is urging customers not to pay anyone to have their electricity service reconnected. Customers are reminded that unauthorized reconnections can be extremely dangerous and can result in serious injury, electrocution, or damage to property. This practice is unethical, illegal, and could delay restoration efforts. If anyone claiming to represent JPS requests payment for reconnection services, report it immediately to the nearest police station or JPS. JPS thanks all customers for their patience as teams continue working to restore power safely and as quickly as possible. That was a public service announcement from JPS.
This one I better do with the jabata.
Me, I know get time.
Alrighty, so we have a puppy update. We certainly do. So SH says that she didn't really get the full gamut of the whole puppy story, whether I found him or whether it's mine or whatever the thing is. And Annie Smith says, have we chosen the name? Yes, Annie, we have chosen the name, and the name will come at the end of the show. You understand. Now, SH also said that she asked if we're doing anything in terms of with Christmas decorations and so on. Of course we are, because Jamaica still a keep, and there's no survival shame over here. You understand? So we still are going to get into our thing. No. In terms of the puppy, I found her, and as a matter of fact, I found her outside of the studios, and she was just wandering, and it's like, this is what I heard, that a lady drove up, took her out of the car, which is a dog, because it's a female, and left her on the sidewalk. So she's just been wandering, and anybody who kind of pet her or says she's cute, she kind of cotton onto them. So I'm hoping that when I get out of the studio, because as I told you, I have a dog named Charlie who is in dire need of a companion, and she kind of looked like him. So can you imagine? But we did name her, and it's a beautiful name, and it goes with Charlie. Now, the moment that we've all been waiting for. Now, let me just tell you something. This lady is a powerhouse in a fine little package, if you want to see her. But let me just tell you something. This is like good things come in small packages. Her name is Chantal Monroe. Right? And she is the author of Layers of Healing, Discovering Purpose in Pain and Trauma. Right? And she is a certified trauma-informed and Christian life coach, and the CEO and founder of CKM Healing Consultancy, as well as the Layers of Healing Foundation. So she has a background spanning banking, finance, trauma-informed care, and psychology. Chantal bridges the gap between personal healing and professional performance. She empowers organizations, individuals, and families to heal from trauma and break destructive cycles through faith-based holistic approaches, storytelling, and transformative coaching. Passionate about workplace resilience, she reveals how childhood wounds wear office clothes. I want to unpack that one. Showing leaders and teams how unresolved trauma impacts productivity, relationships, and organizational culture. Now, Chantal, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Let me just tell you, so you just brighten up the whole space. I'm telling you, it is, she walked in, and somebody who walks with a glow and an aura of high vibration, and we were talking about that earlier. Yes, that is Chantal. No, Chantal doesn't just speak from a theoretic point of view. She has lived everything that she preaches and she talks about. So don't think this is just, somebody who, as we were saying a while ago, somebody who don't have children but telling you how to raise a child. This is full on, 100% informed behavior. Now, for people who are hearing you for the first time, Chantal, what inspired your journey into trauma-informed care and ultimately writing Layers of Healing, given the fact that you were in banking and finance and I don't know. Tell us. Insurance. How that go?
So my first remembrance of experiencing trauma started from 7 years old.
Yes.
Of being the mother for my sisters at the time, right? But I didn't take much to it at that time. I just felt too burdened. But in 2017, when I had experienced the loss of twins, right?
Don't gloss over that, Don't gloss over that. Don't just say, I experienced the loss of twins. Like you would say, okay, I lost my hat, and then you continue. You can't just drop that on us. You have done the healing. Okay. You have done the whole thing. We haven't. We're hearing that. You can't even get over the loss of a goldfish, much more the loss of twins.
Yeah. So
continue.
My journey is so layered, and hence the name of the book, Layers of Healing, which was given to me by God. See, because I couldn't have come up with that on my own. And so in 2017, when that loss happened, I started to wonder, why me? Why am I here? What is all of this? What's the reason why I had to go through so much pain?
Was it a miscarriage, or?
So it's a miscarriage. aka silent abortion. It's where, with a typical miscarriage, the body sends signs, signals that something is happening, whether that looks like pain, disruption, bleeding, what's about to happen. With a missed miscarriage or silent abortion, your body functions as if you're still pregnant. But in the womb, there's deadness, there's stillness, there's no heartbeat. And the only way to figure that out is if you do an ultrasound.
So how long did you carry the babies with and not know that, hey, listen, this has happened?
So when I found out, I was at 8 weeks, going on to nine weeks. And somehow I ended up at UA because I wasn't feeling well. I was feeling anxious.
Yeah.
And when they did their regular routine checks, the doctor said, you're pregnant? So I said, yeah. You know that there's no life, they're not moving, there's no heartbeat. And you know what I said? Okay, cool.
Okay, so what is that?
That was me operating in survivor mode.
Okay.
That was me numbing what I was feeling because I got used to not putting my feelings in the forefront.
Yes.
I got used to taking care of everyone else but me.
Yes.
And so it was easy for me to put myself to the side.
Yes.
And just start think about everyone else and what's next. And that's exactly what I did for 4 years.
For 4 years. Because on the flip side of that, now, if you don't have the people around you who are not compassionate but self-aware too, they'll say to you, "By the time you get over that now," or "Where you going so far?" Because it wasn't like you birthed them, or you understand what I'm saying. So, continue.
4 years. And so
4
I
years.
showed up because in 2019 is when purpose really started to make sense. So 2017, 2018, God said to me, psychology or psychiatrist, choose one. Because I thought I was going to be a doctor. As much as I went to UTech for marketing and international business, I was obsessed with bio, human and social bio book. I know it back to front. I was obsessed with the medical series, all of the things. So I thought I was going to be a surgeon. So
Okay.
4th year completing UTech, I was like, it doesn't make sense I switch now because I'm almost done. Then, leave university, start work, all that stuff. And I stayed there for 9 years.
Wow.
Yes.
So how you know is God talking to you and not? Because people struggle with this too, especially people who are faith-based and so on. They're like, I don't know if it's God or is my thought or is my thought. How do you know for people who are struggling with that? It's a big man to talk to you for sure.
So when the 4 year came and somebody said to me, Happy Mother's Day, all the pain that I should have processed.
Somebody said to you, Happy Mother's Day?
They kept saying it because they didn't know. A lot of people didn't know. And so I still got that message. And the 4 years, when that 4 years came and I got that message, I crumbled. So everything that I should have processed that time, it came down on the 4th year.
Now, is that post-traumatic stress disorder? Okay, continue.
Post-traumatic stress.
Stress, not disorder. Stress.
And so when it crumbled, thank God I had a boss at the time that allowed me to take a break. So I took a 3 months break. And in that break, because I couldn't unalive myself, there must have been something else for me to learn. And so I was determined to get to know God, to know myself. And in getting to know God and then knowing myself, in that 3 months, and not to say that it takes 3 months, it's just that in that 3 months, I was intentional. Meaning, the only way you could get to me is if you call me. There was no WhatsApp, no email, no nothing. I shut down completely. And so it was me, the Bible, and God, every day.
All right, I got you. And you just dropped a little thing a while ago when you said you couldn't unalive yourself. And people, if you're out there listening, understand this, that unaliving is never the answer. Ever. Right? And I'm happy that you said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it was you and the Bible and yourself.
Yep. So I had to unlearn. I had to rewire my brain. I had to learn how to regulate my nervous system. I had to unpack trauma that didn't start with me, but I've decided that in that moment it has to end with me. That means that trauma from my granny, my mommy, and all of the other persons who would have, passed on things that they probably are not aware of.
Yeah.
It came to me, and I was determined because I was frustrated of cycles. I was tired of what I was feeling, and so something else must be there. And so in my search for God in his word, writing out his word into affirmations that became my bread and butter, writing out the same thing every single day. So till my body got used to the words, the breathing, the being present, all of the things that I would have gone to school for years later, I was doing it in that moment. And in that moment, after a while of being in a relationship with somebody, you know their voice from another person's voice. They call your phone and you just know that it is them.
And you know their language.
And you know their language, you know their heart, you know their character. So in that moment, and still, I'm still knowing God, but I know him differently from my voice and from the enemy's voice.
You have unpacked so much, but you see, because you're so regulated and light and high vibrational, look at people like me and my listeners, you know, them's like, oh my goodness gracious. Now, what Chantal just said, you know, there's a strategy to this thing. You understand what I'm saying? You heard what she said. She said, listen, she should take herself away from herself first, right? And then she started to write down these affirmations every single day, repeatedly, until it became her own, because she needed to get to know herself and God, or God and herself, right? So she had to write down these affirmations every day. Did you say it out loud?
Oh, yes.
Okay, because faith comes by hearing. Right?
Because my brain needed to hear.
Your brain needed to hear. Exactly. So what she's doing right now, and she's going to get into this, is how she rewired her central nervous system. You know what I'm saying? To respond to trauma as opposed to reacting to it. So not only did she say that she wrote out everything every day, now she's saying it every day repeatedly. She's also practicing breathing techniques.
Resting. I had to learn that rest is productive. My therapist at the time says that, she said, who told you that you don't deserve rest? Rest is productive. Who told you that your body doesn't need a break? Where did that start? And that, when she said that, oh gosh.
You gave yourself permission to rest easy. So, because again, we have to go back, because she dropped like these nuggets per second. So if you're not slow yourself, you have to keep up. I find myself keeping up with her. I have to keep up. All right. So, Norma, do you think? She just said just now that we carry these generational trauma from folks who don't even know they have generational trauma. So these things we call strongholds, and they come from generation to generation, passed down to us, and we don't even know that it is unhealthy and unproductive, and then we start to pass it down to ourselves and so on. So what you said now is that stronghold, it stops it with me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not passing it to another generation.
Choose. And it's not just strongholds, because stress too.
Stress
can be passed down from the mom to the baby as early as 0 to 18 weeks. So it's both science and faith.
So we talked about the babies now, and ladies, when you are going through pregnancies, it is extremely important that your emotional, we know your physical state, we know you have to eat well, you have to do, but your emotional and your mental state does affect the baby and will go before the baby and form his or her little personality.
Because not just personality, you are also passing down or helping the child's nervous system learn how to handle stress when they're 35 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
You're teaching them how to handle some things like compliments, power, purpose when they're older.
You just said something again. Teaching people how to handle compliments. Do you know that a huge majority of us do not know how to accept a compliment?
It's something that I'm also still working
through. It's what?
Through.
We don't know how to accept or give love. We don't. There's a lot of things. And remember, at the beginning of the 2 hours, I said, listen, there are a lot of habits and things that we have right now that we don't know where it come from, and we don't know why we react a certain way when we're triggered and all of that. One thing that I'm going to ask you, or one of the topics that's very, very close to me is because my father chose not to be with our family. So I am one of these fatherless girls, right? And what that did in a nutshell was to create an attachment style which was anxious avoidant. So because I am no anxious avoidant. If I fear. There's certain things that I fear. I fear being abandoned. I fear this and that. So it's very, very interesting, my reaction when it comes to, and by the way, guys, don't come for me. I'm working through it. Okay. All right. So I fear being left. You know what I'm saying? That was a big thing for me when I was teenager, young adult coming up. And then I recognized what it was. You know what I'm saying? So when we were talking last week and you're like, listen, you have to rewire your nervous system. Talk to me about that, girl.
I can relate to that too, because I officially met my biological dad at 13, and I didn't realize how it impacted how I received a relationship.
Point.
Then I kept on being in relationships I had no business being in.
And you work for the relationship too. You work you
so
work
much
hard.
So when God said this is not the person, I'm like, no, but I put in effort into this. What you mean?
No. And then what it is now, you put in the effort and then you get back low effort and bare minimum, and you applaud that because you don't want to be left.
And so I learned.
Girl!
I learned. Let me tell you some things that is not just book knowledge. It's not. I've had to go through it.
You had to go, yeah.
And so I had to rewire how my nervous system was programmed to receive and accept love. I'm still doing it because it's a process.
It's a process.
Healing is a process, and it is layered.
And long.
There's no final destination. There's no time.
No.
Listen, 4 years later, is when I started to.
Yeah.
And so it is possible for you to, by repeated exposure and exercise, retrain your brain. Every time you give your brain something new to learn, it's creating neural pathways to learn new things, to store habits and memory, which then your body responds when it is triggered or overwhelmed, right?
Right.
And because it is possible to do that, you can, having awareness of what triggers you, you can literally decide that, all right, I'm going to turn this around. This is not how I want to respond anymore to this. I want to be a different version.
So she's going to give us the technique now. Continue.
So
I don't have to keep repeating.
Right? This is not what I want to do anymore. So that means, in the Bible says renew your mind.
Yes.
Science says you journal, you meditate. You literally are now challenging the thoughts, the negative thoughts in your mind, and replacing it with positive thoughts. And for me, the positive thoughts are the word of God for me.
Right.
That I turn into. So, for example, one that was engraved in that I choose to believe in the positive. Therefore, my life is filled with positive outcomes. I choose to believe in the positive, especially the truth in God's word, so that my life is filled with positive outcomes.
Okay.
Which is the scripture, Romans 8, verse 28, all things work together
for good.
Right.
God. For those who love the Lord.
And so that became an affirmation.
Right. The affirmation for me is be anxious for nothing, but in all things with thanks and supplication make your request known to and then after that, now it backs up by saying, and you concentrate on everything that is peaceful, and you know what I'm saying? And then
praiseworthy and all of that stuff.
Exactly. And the peace that surpasses all understanding will be yours.
And so when you fill your mind with the positive words, it's challenging the negative that was there, so that because the negatives come up, the feelings will come up.
Of course.
It will. It doesn't go.
It doesn't go away.
But you now have a stronger version of yourself, a stronger sense of control, knowing that this is not factual. They're just feelings.
Yes.
And we decide to run with the facts and not just the feelings.
The science of it. Leave the emotion out. It's not because the mind tells lies, It make you feel some things, and if you succumb to it, that's why they say guard your heart. If you succumb to it, you will make it fact.
It will start to dictate action and behavior.
What you mean? And get you in some trouble.
So when it comes to relationships, I say to myself, one is, I'm not hard to love. I'm learning to feel safe while being loved.
Okay, safety. That's another thing, right? Part of this whole attachment styles and everything boils down to safety. Right? So give us the prescription now of how to keep, or just to remind ourselves, that we are safe.
Yeah.
That
and
my
so
safe
it starts
space.
with talking to yourself.
Okay.
Right? It's good to have your support system for sure, because
Mhm.
when you surround yourself with people who make you feel safe repeatedly, eventually you're gonna feel that safety. But when you're in your bed at night and you start to feel unsafe, sometimes it might look like you putting a hand on your chest and you deciding to do,
Okay.
I'm safe right now, this feeling is temporary, I've got you, you're gonna be okay.
What is it about? Because I've done that. Put my hand on my chest. There is something. There has to be some scientific
Connection,
method.
touch.
Yes. Okay. That you really self-soothe, and it works.
It goes back to when a baby is born. Notice the first thing they do is touch the child with the mother.
Yes.
That skin to skin connection. It literally releases feel good hormones is what I'm going to call them. That builds up the nervous system and just even the system of the baby to keep them safe.
Right.
Connection. So when we connect with ourselves through word, through touch, through breathing, the breathing literally activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is you calming down the part of your brain that allows you to stay focused and decisive, as
Okay.
opposed to the amygdala, which is emotional. It's like your brain's emotional alarm system, where if it was impacted by trauma, imagine an alarm just constantly looking for threat, always, until you until you remind your nervous system that you are safe. You're no longer where you used to be, but you're now learning one moment, one step at a time, and you keep on doing it till it literally does feel safe, along with your support system, the support network. You can heal, and you can be healed and healing at the same time.
Let me ask you this. There's many women, men as well, who are on the healing journey, but they have a little challenge. They're not they don't necessarily have a support group, and there could be with a companion or a partner who is the opposite of their attachment style, maybe a dismissive, avoidant, and things. People who, and you can get into that. What would be a good prescription for them then? Because there are many people out there like that.
Communication is such a big thing. I can't stress it enough, because if you've decided to heal and unpack a suitcase that is, let's say you're 40 years old, and at 40 years old you've decided that I don't want my life to be like this anymore, I'm going to take a turn and shift.
Right.
You've decided now to unpack a 40-year-old suitcase.
Yes.
That takes time, and it's going to need support. So
Okay.
if you're with somebody and you two are different, it's important that you communicate where you are and what you expect, what you're expecting, how can they help you on that journey.
Okay.
Because without that, you can imagine how much harder it's going to be.
It's going to be. All right. Would you believe that we are out of time? Chantal, can you come back?
Yes.
Please. Because what I wanted to do was start with the genesis of all of this trauma. We are now going through trauma in terms of Hurricane Melissa, and I don't want to talk about it in a minute or less, right? So then when you come back, hopefully next week, we can talk about... Next week is November. And anyway, when you come back, because this Melissa is not something that we're going to heal from in 2 days or whatever. It's an ongoing process. There are people who have lost lives, homes, animals, shelter, everything, and they have stress right now, and they don't know what to do, and we need to help them, right? So when Chantal comes back, we will be talking about that. No. For everybody who you have inspired and motivated and say, you know what, I need to talk to this lady right now, where can we find you?
So you can find me on all social media platforms at my name, Chantal Monroe. It is spelled CHANTAEUMUNROE. That is CHANTAEUMUNROE. And even if you Google my name, all of the platforms will come up. Because even my company has a website. I am on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
Everything's there, right?
Yes.
Okay, so YouTube has been a buzz. You know, I mean, you know, SH says, amen, sister. Many of us need to step back and look at the things that we kept undercover for years. You know, uneasy with confidence stems from, I think, low self-esteem or feeling uncomfortable with attention. So it's just a lot. So we're very, very happy that we started the conversation that will unlock so many things. But ladies and gentlemen, everybody who's listeners, as Chantal said, it take a while. It don't take one day. And it is, you have to be committed to the process, to be self-aware, to heal yourself, because you're going to come out, and believe me, stick with it, you're going to come out on the other side. No, we have a name for the dog. Her name is Lulu. Annie, her name is Lulu. So it's Charlie and Lulu. Please pray. Please pray that we will be, when I go outside, she will be there. No, we are at the end of the show. Can you just imagine? We just start. That's exactly. We have to come up, let me tell you something. We have to come up with another show where it's just the guest. You know what I mean? So, you know, trauma may bend you, but you cannot break the purpose inside you. No. Every day you rise, you reclaim a piece of your power. Every day you rise, you really, really and truly reclaim a piece of your power. So stick with your power. So up next is, of course, my sister from another mother, Pepita, outside with Pep. Okay, so special thanks to our guest, of course, Chantal Monroe. She's here. We love her. She's calm. She's regulated. She knows her stuff. Of course, our producer, Damian Scarlett. Thank you so very much for producing the show each and every week. You are our guy. And our studio engineers, David McNeish and Kevin Williams, and of course our nationwide BDEs or business development executives, because we're not gonna have no show without them. Oh my God, yes. So family, I am Karen Booker. This is Nationwide 90 FM live in the Dezign studio. Yes, walk good, live in love, and of course stay inspired to do and be your best. See you next week Saturday, same time, same place.
Run for rights, give for relief. Join Jamaicans for Justice at the Run for Rights 5K Run Walk, November 30, 6 a.m. sharp at the Police Officers Club, Kingston. Choose your cause: human rights, child rights, climate justice, or ending gender-based violence. Only $2,500 to enter. Medals, trophies, and more. Register now at my.raceresult.com/355144. Part proceeds in aid of hurricane relief. You can bring your essential items on race day. Every donation counts. Call 876-239-7583 for details.
Share in the experience at Fontana Pharmacy. We have a wide variety of items in store just for you. Fill your prescriptions while you shop. And senior citizens enjoy 10% off. Shop household, cosmetics, toys, and many other departments. We also offer curbside pickup and delivery. Visit our website at fontanapharmacy.com. Fontana Pharmacy, where it's all good inside.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM. Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and